Hi guys, it's Chris. It has been forever. I know it's been 2 years at least, and I think my last video was me saying, hey, I'm gonna soon put up a video, and then I did not. So lots of things have happened. Pandemic, we all know, and of course it did affect my work. Even though I am a sleep tech, it still affected us a lot. We ended up working in the ICU during quarantine, running blood gases. I knew my lab experience would bite me in the ass one day, and it did. My boyfriend, Mark, that I talked about a lot before, is long gone. We did break up. I ended that, and someone from my past came along. We dated 30 years ago. We went to school together, and now we're engaged and living together. So a whole lot's changed. What else? What else? Life events. Oh, I went gray during the pandemic. My hair was totally white, grayish, and Joe, my fiance, hated it. My mother hated it. So we're back to red. And I mean, I don't really have a whole lot to show you guys progress-wise, because you know what? I really didn't stitch much. There just was no time. Life was crazy between the pandemic. We worked overtime for months and months and months. Moving, just Joe moving here because he had been living about 5 hours away and he moved back. Just everything's crazy. So about 2 weeks ago, Carrie and we were supposed to be at the Flosstube retreat, and I'm still so sad that I didn't get to see everybody there. I miss you guys so much. But Carrie found a retreat in Baltimore that we went to, and it was called something. I don't remember what they called it. Oh well, someday I'll remember what it was called and I'll tell you. But it was at Dreama's shop. She is wonderful. She's like a little tiny drill sergeant, and she actually made me feel tall, and I'm only 5'1", so that was nice. And at the retreat, everything was classes, so it was kind of strange that everything was classes. There was no stitching room, but it was okay. Carrie and I ended up stitching on our balcony in the hotel, so that was nice. The first class I took, which really wasn't a class, was with Kathy Barrick, who, you know, she's one of my faves. So this was the piece. Let's see if I can get the glare off of there. It's called the Mill House, and for the price of the class, you got the the chart, the fabric, and the NPI silks, which are gorgeous. And then I got a small start on the actual mill house. You can see that. I don't know how the lighting is going to be in this house. We'll see. You probably hear my air conditioner running because it got hot again. So yeah, there's that. And then another class that I took, I wasn't going to take it because I didn't like the picture of this piece, and I do not like the picture of this piece. It's so much prettier in real life. But it was from Samplers Not Forgotten. It is a band sampler called Garden of Stitches, and stitched up, the colors were just much more muted and beautiful. And I haven't started it yet, but the price of the class came with the fabric and then the floss. And since I'm doing it on 32 count, I don't know that this will be enough because I'll be stitching it over 2, but it's weeks, so it'll be easy enough. But look at that color palette, you guys. Isn't that gorgeous? And the fabric is, I have no idea, vellum from Picture This Plus. And then we shopped, and we shopped, and we shopped, and we shopped. Whoa, where should I start? So there were a bunch of freebies too, tons of giveaways. Dreama was nice enough to give everybody a little stitched piece from the state that they lived in, and everything's in there. The fabric, she put a little bit of floss in there and some backing material. I actually hate Pennsylvania and we want to move away, so I won't be stitching that. Maybe I'll give it away. And then she's very personalized in her gifts. So my birthday is in May, so I got this. It's beautiful. Leela was there from Lila's Studio, and she gave, I did buy a chart, but she gave this to everyone there. And she is just lovely. She is so sweet. You guys would love her if you haven't met her yet. And she lives here in Pennsylvania, not too far from me. And then, what is her name? Diane from Silver Creek Samplers gave this chart away. And I don't remember if she gave that to everyone or if she just gave it to people who purchased a pattern, but that was, I'm pretty sure she gave it to everybody. And we got scissors and needle minders and all kinds of stuff. So it was a fun retreat. Good to see people again. This is what I purchased from Silver Creek Samplers, and I'm going to stitch this. In fact, I'm going to start it when I'm done with this video. This is for Joe. He is not a heart and flower kind of guy. He is like a Harley. He was a paratrooper, jumped out of airplanes for a living. He's that kind of guy. So this actually spoke to me that that'll be a good one for him, and I think he'll like it. He's always asking me why I don't stitch for him. And then I got this from Leela's Studio. There's a little companion piece that goes with this that I bought at my LNS last year, but this she didn't have, so I was glad to pick that up. I was just at my LNS kitting everything. And then Kathy's daughter Liz was there, as well as Kathy, and she had some designs, so I purchased this. And Carrie got this too. Donna at our LNS, she just finished it. I just saw it. It's beautiful, and I'm going to completely steal her idea, and we'll be stitching it in the same Gloriana that she got, and it is on order. And then Liz also does punch needle designs, and I looked at this and looked at this and looked at this last year when they had a stitch day, or the year before. I mean, it's all blending. It was before COVID. And I wanted to get it, and I just didn't. So I picked Moby up. Moby's adorable. I'll be doing that. One of the designers who was there was Barbara from Queenstown Sampler. Talk about someone who has a ton of knowledge. She researches her samplers like crazy, but I picked this up and just went and kitted that. Isn't it lovely? It's so gorgeous. And then if you look, see if it'll zoom in on it. The Adam and Eve on here, they're like, she said she kind of was inspired by Rocky Horror. They have little leather boots on and stuff, so cute. But her designs are gorgeous, and she is just a lovely woman. That, and I got this at the shop, all kitted up from Scarlet House. This is Sarah Jackson. Carrie was totally a dirty, rotten enabler the whole time we were there. And I purchased all this stuff, and now I need to clone myself, so I have time to stitch it. But there's a big bee stash coming in my future, you guys. And Carrie and I also purchased this. This was an exclusive to Dreama's shop. It was for her 35th anniversary. She just had her 41st anniversary. And this is from Samplers Not Forgotten. It's called Grateful Heart. Sorry, there's a little bit of glare on there, but how pretty is that? And fabric and some of the floss. This is not the fabric that was called for. I don't remember what it is, but here that is. Oh, and then I was just at my LNS to get floss, and I had to pick up one pattern from Leela. And it's called Coffee Obsessed, and I am actually selling a product. I'm not trying to sell you guys this product. It's called Happy Coffee, so it's with the Happy Coffee Co. And it gives you a lot of energy. It doesn't give you jitters. It can help with weight loss. It doesn't taste like good coffee, I'm not gonna lie. It's an acquired taste. Oh, hold on, phone. I'll be right back.